So there's a fight that's been going on for years now, probably since 2018, right? 2018.
I guess so.
There's a universe. It's called the MonsterVerse. Talked about it before. If you guys don't know what that is, Godzilla, King Kong. It started in 2014 with Godzilla, and the current movie is Godzilla X Kong: The New Empire, and they're currently making Supernova, which is it's the third one in the trilogy. And there's a very big debate with people siding with Godzilla and people siding with Kong and who would actually win in a fight. And in both movies, both of them fought. But in my opinion, due to plot armor, a certain somebody keeps winning. I favor Godzilla, okay? I'm going to be frank with you guys. I favor Godzilla. But however, there are some fights that statistically Kong can win. But no matter what, Godzilla is going to win. I'm going to be straight with you with science on my side and actual realism on my side. A lizard who has cosmic energy, who actually ate a star, I feel like can just eat a big monkey if he wanted to. He doesn't need to use his powers. That's where I wanted to start off with. This has been a fight that's been going on for years, and this got me upset. Okay, so Kong fan said Kong was fighting without axe first fight and even round 2 in Hong Kong. Right off the bat, that's straight up lies because he did use the axe in round 2. He used it in both rounds because he fought him 4 times. He fought him once in the ocean, twice in Hong Kong, and then once in Egypt. And both times in Hong Kong, he fought him with the axe. So he had an advantage there. Because it was part Godzilla. So I feel like that should be a point to Godzilla and his ancestries. So without axe, fight... Yeah. Then he said, and his body was weakened the entire time. Also, before the movie, Godzilla killed Ghidorah, and Kong was fighting barehanded and still managed to knock Godzilla out. Did that once, and he had a power glove, an enhancement specifically designed for him by humans. Godzilla has never had a human enhancement in any of these movies. If you want to count the atomic bomb, that's just food. If you want to count the going into a crystal, that's just taking a big nap for like 2 hours. None of that stuff was actual technology that latched onto Godzilla to help him in a fight. And again with the atomic bomb, MonsterVerse monsters, a good portion of them eat radiation. So that was just a power, like, if you want to count that as being human technology, you can, but I don't see it that way. I just think the humans gave him a big chunk of food.
He hit the Mario. Bloop, bloop, bloop.
Then he said, bro defeated all monsters except the king of Hollow Earth. And Godzilla was struggling in the sea fight. Bro, as I told you, Godzilla fans, Kong can kill Godzilla in many different ways, so shush. This is where my people come in. So, everybody except this guy, Kong fan, is being blurred out because this guy. He said this one guy. There's 2 specific people who wrote in this. Guy number 1, let's call him Bob, said, blood, the director said himself Godzilla was toying with Kong, and in round 3, after Kong hit him in the head with a supercharged axe, Godzilla got serious, even getting on all 4s and took him down. And in the first fight, yes, he was struggling, but you have to remember the whole Navy was shooting at him, and he then sent depth charges at him. So I truly don't want to hear it. Yeah, thank you. This next part actually goes to the next page, so let's read it here. Person number 2 said, not only he got serious in the final round, he straight up psycho-happy laughed when Kong howled in pain from the atomic breath. The closest W Kong got was in the 4th movie when he napped Godzilla for a few seconds with the powered gauntlet designed specifically for him. And guy number 1 said, exactly, thank you, bro. Guy number 1 said, Godzilla enslaved bro's entire bloodline. If you guys don't know, the reason why the monkeys, the Kongs, were in the lava location was because Godzilla alone sent them there. If you watch Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire, and the scene Godzilla enters the Hollow Earth, you can see the fear on the Scar King's face. Because he knows Godzilla is the one monster that can stop them. And get this, Scar King is stronger than Kong. With the axe, without the power glove, and probably with the power glove too, Scar King demolishes Kong. You saw it in the fight. He messed up his hand.
That was only because of the bone spine whip thingy.
He's faster and more smarter than Kong though.
And he's smaller and skinnier, so.
Yeah. The Kong fan said beef is over. Like he was so pissed at everything that was going on. He was like, beef is over, I win no matter what. He's being a baby. And then guy number 2 came back and said, bro, the director literally said Godzilla was toying with Kong. Beef is over, bro. I really get so upset with this fight. Because, again, Godzilla is quite literally a god. And King Kong is just a monkey who says he's a king. He's the king of Hollow Earth that he still doesn't have whole reign over. Godzilla is one of the most feared titans on the mainland and even the Hollow Earth. So the reason why he stays on the mainland is to protect humans. It's his job to do that. You guys don't know this, or probably don't know this, but he respects humans. He sees them as his pets. So of course he's going to protect them. Why do you think he keeps going into cities, destroying other monsters? Why do you think he didn't show up for the first half of the first movie? Because his humans were being attacked, and he said, okay, I need to go do this. The only reason humans don't like Godzilla as much is because he destroys their cities. Well, what happens when you put an obstacle in his way? He's going to demolish it. And anybody who's not stupid enough to evacuate is, of course, going to die. If not by Godzilla stomping on their face, then by the radiation left over. Does King Kong leave radiation off? By everywhere he walks? No.
He's just a monkey.
He's literally just a monkey. Godzilla needs radiation to survive. Like, that's what he feeds on. Of course, he feeds on other monsters and stuff like that, but he specifically feeds on radiation. King Kong eats anything in his path. Like, he eats a squid in, like, 2 of the movies. So I really get tired of this fight because the reason Kong keeps winning these fights, and I get so angry that Kong is, like, the main focal point of these movies, is because the humans take Kong Skull Island. Let's start off with that one. The reason why he defeated the Skullcrawler King was because the humans were distracting the Skullcrawler.
And shooting grenades at it.
They threw grenades at it. They were using the Gatling gun against it. It's because the humans were helping. In Godzilla x Kong, in Godzilla vs. Kong, Kong actually died. If you guys don't remember, at the end of the movie, Godzilla kills Kong. And the humans need to EMP his heart to bring him back. And if it wasn't for the humans, he would have never found the Hollow Earth. Humans led him to the Hollow Earth and practically protected him all the way to the Hollow Earth. The whole Navy fight was unfair because humans, like the Navy, had his back. Godzilla x Kong. The scene where they fight each other, King Kong had the Beast Gauntlet on. So, of course, he's going to win when he has steroids and a mechanical electrical arm. But even still, Godzilla still almost won that battle. So I really hate this fight because the Kong fans, I love Kong fans. I know a few Kong fans that are actually reasonable and know their limits, but most Kong fans don't know how to lose a fight because most of them are like 3-year-olds. Be a true Godzilla fan. I've been a Godzilla fan since I was like, what, 2?
I don't know.
Eric wasn't born. I was introduced to Godzilla at a very young age thanks to my mom and my grandma. I was introduced to Godzilla before I was introduced to Kong, and they were pretty close in comparison. My mom loved King Kong movies. She loved Godzilla more, but she loved King Kong movies. We used to watch those all the time, especially the 2009 one with Jack Black. You guys can fight over this all you want, but in the end, I win. And I'm so excited that Supernova was confirmed is going to center around Godzilla. Thank the heavens. Yes, Eric?
I just want to state that the King Kong from the Jack Black movie is King Kong, and the Kong that we have now is just an old monkey. He's great. His hairs are graying. He's not Kong.
Yeah, take another example. Sorry, before I exit off. Kong is like 80 years old. I want to say about 80 years old at the time of Godzilla X Kong. And Godzilla is millions of years old.
And it doesn't like a day past 40.
I hate it when with these videos when people are trying to compare them and says Kong has more battle experience. He doesn't. Kong, was living on an island fighting little monsters occasionally. Godzilla survived multiple wars. Just human wars. Titan wars? We have no idea. We just know of the one against Kong's ancestors, where he practically wiped out most of them and imprisoned the rest. So.
Which I have a question. Within all that, where does Shimo come in?
Yeah, Godzilla even entrapped Shima with him.
Oh, but why did he entrap her?
Because the Scar King was controlling her.
Oh.
Again, you guys can fight about this. You guys can yell in the comments saying I'm wrong, blah blah blah. But deep down, you know I'm right. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment, share, post notification on if you guys enjoyed. And tomorrow, a series is returning at 12 p.m. Eastern Time Zone. Tune in. I'd love it if you guys go watch that because I spent a lot of time on that. I'll see you then. Also, I'm going live later doing Grief in Black Ops 6 Zombies. Anyways, peace out.